Hi, Nicole White here, and I'm standing outside of the Roper School of Martial Arts here in Jonesboro, Georgia, just right outside the city of Atlanta. Now, when you think of martial arts, you think of the heavyweights, Jackie Chan, Jet Li, and of course Bruce Lee. But there's one name you may want to remember, and that's Frank Roper. Martial arts, in its many forms, has been practiced for centuries. It's a life form that demands diligence, humility, and discipline. One cannot achieve all that martial arts has to offer without committing oneself for life. Here at the Roper School of Martial Arts, Sifu Frank Roper has done just that. So I'm standing here with Sifu Roper, and Sifu, which means teacher. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. Now, I was doing some research about you, and I heard you had this dream when you were 2 years old that pretty much catapulted you into who you are today. Can you tell us about that dream?
Oh, sure. I was a little bit restless, and when I went to sleep, I had a dream of a bumblebee and a mantis fighting. And when I woke up, I saw a bumblebee and a mantis fighting. And I was inspired by it, and I wanted to be able to move like both of them.
And so from that dream, what were some key components, some of the steps that you took to get where you are today?
One, I listened to my cousin, and then from there I found a school. And once I found the school, I began to do the work.
Okay, and so how did it work, being in school and then practicing? How did you make time for all of that?
Well, immediately when I got home, of course, I do my homework and get it all over with, and then immediately I go into practice. So school was practice for me.
Okay, and so once you finished up that, how often, even now, do you train? How many hours?
Usually I'm up here about 12 hours. Of those hours, I teach about 4, and the rest I practice.
Okay, and so nowadays we have like these quick diet schemes and let's run on the treadmill. How is martial arts, some of the pros and cons between martial arts and just regular diet and exercise?
Usually in the regular diets, there's a missing component. And with exercise and things of these natures, you counterbalance the body. And so there's a regulation going on. And I think the pros for the martial arts is that exercise will pretty much cure everything. Okay. And the diets usually just help you lose a little weight. Okay. And so they're not adding to your energy.
So martial arts is definitely a lifelong, you always need to continue
Absolutely. That. We walk around, we use our bodies at all times. And today there's not many hard labor jobs, so we're sitting a lot of times, so circulation is slowing down. So without exercise, we will get fat and we'll die.
All right, and so with martial arts, as far as the diligence and, to say discipline, how does that work?
Discipline, when it comes to martial arts, is all about your willpower. Mm-hmm. And usually, if you want to do something like go home and watch a television show, right? When it's, say, 7 o'clock, you're there on the couch no matter what was going on. And keeping yourself healthy is the same way. Because you want to be healthy, when it's time to work out, you got to be there.
Exactly. And so with martial arts, and then we know that it's better versus just the regular diet and exercise, what are some things that we can do if I can't make it to a class? What are some things I can start doing at home to prepare?
Well, for calisthenics, of course, you got push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks, those things. But for your insides, it's better to practice breathing than anything, and have qigong. And qigong is just deep breathing, natural deep breathing. What does that mean? That means that we kind of keep our tongue in the roof of the mouth, and we let the air come in through the nose and go out of the nose. When we breathe out, we add a little pressure to it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you heard it here first at the Roper School of Martial Arts, and as you can see behind me, we have some students working. So I'm going to move out of their way, but thank you for joining us.